Okay, so that since it is an interpreter, okay, so line by line execution takes place here. Okay, so let's start executing one by one. Then I'll go to forward pass. Hold on. Okay, so packages, because I cannot execute. Okay, so we need the data over there, x value, y value we require. Okay, then only I can execute for the next level or the further. Hold on. Asterisk symbol, the moment when you see this asterisk symbol, okay, so it shows that it indicates that it is still executing. This line is still executing. Hold on. Yeah, it got executed. Now all the packages are okay available in the same way. Okay, let me try to execute all the other lines of code. Okay, fine, no problem. I can Imax also, Emax also I can have, y equal to y divided by 100 also I can have, segment notation also I can have. Okay, executed. This also executed. Now next is, these are the preliminary. Okay, the background setup. What I have given, epoch 7000, LR learning rate is 0.1, input layer in neuron is 2. So I'm going to have two nodes here. Hidden layer 3. Okay, output is going to have 1. Understood? One layer, one terminal. That means I can have 0 or 1 here. Understood? If it is not 0 and 1, let's say you are getting minus 0.3. That means there is an error of 0.3 there. Okay, so we have to bring that in the range in between 0 to 1 here. Okay, shift and enter. Next to wait and BIOS. This is what, okay, the complete architecture I have designed here for the wait and the BIOS. Okay, so next is let's start with the forward pass. Okay, so side by side you can also try. Okay, you can execute this program on your the laptop. Okay, so next is let us have the background. Let me cross verify once. B out is equal to NP random uniform size. Okay, okay. So let us have the forward propagation first. Okay, so let me put the condition here. Okay, let's have for I in range. I'll have the range now. Okay, so range method I'll call the range. Okay, so epochs. Okay, so range here nothing but I'm setting the range is 7000. No, the 7000 is in my maximum range here. So I'm going to start my execution from 1 to 7000. Okay, so I'll call epoch. Epoch already is having around 7000 the cycles. Okay, so next is first let's have forward propagation. Okay, forward propagation. Let's have forward propagation. Forward propagation. Okay, so under forward propagation, so as I mentioned, as I told you, first we need the layers. Okay, so to have the layers, what I will do, so to have the layers, see the layers are here. First in the layer, first as I told you, calculate the, okay, find out the number of layers and its weight. Okay, so layers are nothing but here, this one. These are my layers. How many layers are there here? Participant, can someone tell me? Hello? Hello, participants. How many layers are there? Sorry? If you take this linear equation, take the linear equation, as far as the linear equation is concerned. Okay, so right now I am in this, I'm programming for this terminal, x1 into w1. Okay, so next is, so this is going to be the general one. Okay, next you add the BIOS value. Okay, already the BIOS already I have got in the variable here. Okay, so next is, okay, HINP equals to, call that x1 into weight. Okay, so x1 into w1. Next add small amount of BIOS. Okay, the small amount of the BIOS what you have mentioned here. Okay, in the other hidden layers. So HINP1 plus, okay, so let's have BIOS. BIOS already have stored in BH. So next is, this is, okay, we are going to, okay, so whatever the value you are getting from this HINP, which is nothing but the polynomial, the value of the polynomial equation, that is, okay, x1 into w1 plus the BIOS value. Okay, so give this one, pass this value to the segment function. Okay, so as far as to pass this one to the segment function, what I will do, I'll have one more variable, say h layer. Okay, so h layer underscore act equals to, okay, so segment already I have called. Okay, so as far as segment function is concerned, so I can calculate the segment function using the formula 1 divided by 1 plus e to the power of the x. This is one format of calculating the segment function. Similarly, we can have, or you can use e to the power of x divided by 1 plus e to the power of, sorry, e to the power of minus x divided by 1 plus e to the power of minus x. There are a lot of disturbance here. Okay. Hello? Hello? Participant, I think, can you unmute please, participants? Hello? Hello?
Sir, mic issue.
Mic issue? Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. So activation function activate. Okay, so this is going to, I'm going to pass this one to my segment function. Okay, so segment, call segment already in the method I mentioned. Okay, so segment, call that function segment. Segment is equal to segment, next pass that value. Okay, so HINP. Okay, I hope you are clear. Any doubt, participants here? Participants? Participants? Hello? Okay, so next is, okay, so this value will be, now this is going to be, so segment function will execute and the output will remain in the hidden layer, understood? So the from the input layer you have passed now to the, the hidden layer. The hidden layer will have the segment function and it try to process the value, and whatever the value is there, I'm going to pass it to the output layer right from the hidden layers now. Okay, so let us have one more variable. Let's say output in, okay, output in 1 equals to, okay, equals to hidden layer. Okay, so already the value, okay, the output of this is stored here. So what I will do, okay, I'll try to pass this one to the output layer. To pass this one to the output layer, I'll use again the alias called the np. Okay, the numpy. Okay, I'll use dot function. Okay, the next is h layer. Okay, h layer add. Okay, so our final output is stored in this location. Now next is w out. Okay, next is okay, so again I have to forward this one to h1 forward propagation. Okay, next is, yeah, so same thing I have to do now. It's the output in, this is for the one layer. In the same way, okay, I need to do it for the next n number of the layers also. Okay, so what I will do, let's try to increment, let's try to add the one more, the second layer. Similarly, okay, so I have to program in such a way that how many number of layers will have, okay, the same way. So one by one I have to take the value. Let's say imagine w2 is there. Okay, so w2 sorry, x2 into w2 plus the bias you added. Okay, to do that one, so let us have output, the output in p equals to, okay, so again I'll have the same layers. That means this variable is having the value of x1 and x2, understood? So same values I'll take here. Output out in p1. Okay, so in p1 plus b out. Okay, so b out is nothing but the variable, okay, which is having, okay, so the output layer, which is having the output of the output in the output layer. Okay, so output in the output layer, that means I'm going to combine, okay, the expected, I'm going to compare the expected output with the, okay, the actual, the output here. Okay, so next is, let's have, now next again I need to perform the back propagation here. Okay, so I'm going to compare the actual output with the expected output. Understood? If the actual output is not matching, okay, with the expected output, okay, again I have to perform the back propagation here. Okay, so to perform the back propagation, what I will do, okay, again I'll create one more variable called output equals to, okay, segment. Again I'll call, okay, the segment function here. Remember, for both input layer as well as for the output layer, I'm going to have the same activation function, like, okay, so called so segment function. Okay, next is now my output is stored where? Inside the output out in p. Okay, so this is how we are performing the backpropagation in the artificial neural network. Participants, any doubt here? Participants, hello, hello, participants, 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 hello, participants, hello, participants. Jabir, Jabir,
Sir,
yeah. Any doubt?
no, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Second, let me go to the program again. Okay, so any doubt here in forward propagation? Other participants? Other participants?
No, sir.
Please try to decide. Okay, no doubt here. Hello. Okay. So this is how we are performing the back propagation here. Okay, so you will be having. So what I have done here. Okay, I have taken one variable. Okay, and next I'm taking the weight of the individual layer here. X comma X is the value of the layer, and this is the weight, respective weight, WH. Okay, so already I have called those variable WH here. Okay, so next is next again I'm taking one more variable. Okay, HINP, and whatever the value I'm getting, whatever the value of x1 into w1 I'm getting, I'm adding that one with the bias value. Okay, so bias value it can be, okay, so you can set, okay, it's up to you how much you want to set here. So as far as the bias value is concerned, I have taken around 0.1. So lesser the bias value, the we can expect okay, the more accurate the model here. Okay, so next in the same way, next what I am doing, okay, so I'm giving this, okay, I'm passing this one to the hidden layer. Okay, so to pass to the hidden layer, again I'm taking H layer of act. Understood? So that whatever the value of now HNP is there, okay, so I'm passing to the segment function, and segment function try to calculate the value here using this formula. Okay, that is 1 by 1 plus e to the power of the minus x here. Okay, so x here. Now next is, so whatever the output I'm getting stored in the hidden layer of act, okay, I'm passing this one to my output layer now. Okay, so output layer, again I'm creating one output of in1. Okay, and this is the actual value. The actual value of the hidden layer will be stored in this. Okay, so next I'm passing this one to the the out here. Understood? Next is, okay, so next again I have to perform what the back propagation here. Okay, so back propagation only when the value goes out of the range. Let's say 0 to 1. Okay, so value is taking, let us imagine you are getting the value -1, sorry, the minus value or the +1 value. Understood? In that case I have to perform the back propagation here. Understood? So to perform the back propagation, what I have done, I have taken one more variable. Okay, the out in 1 plus b out here. B out is nothing but the value which is stored here. Okay, so which is nothing but your the expected value. Okay, already we have set the expected value using the b out value here. Understood? Now next is I'm performing again whatever the value you are getting here. I'm performing the segment function. Okay, segment function I'm taking, and the final output will be stored in the output here. Output. Okay, so next is this output value will be compared with the expected values. Okay, so if it is out of the range, again we have to perform the back propagation here. So this is the code to perform the forward the propagation in the same way. Okay, so let's try to perform the backward the propagation. I'll have a comment here. Okay, let's say backward propagation, backward propagation, propagation. Okay, so in backward propagation, let's have expected output EO. Okay, EO stands for expected output equals to, okay, y minus, y will be having, okay, so y minus the output. Okay, what is the value of y, participant? Can someone tell me? Hello, hello, participants, 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 hello. Hello, participants. Y value, okay, have a look on this. Y value already we have set, right? What is the value of y here? Participants. Hello. Participants. Hello participants, what is the value of y? Participants, hello, hello participants, participants, participants. Others, where is others? Jabir, Jabir, hello, hello. Okay. So the value of phi is, I have a look on this. Already I have taken the value of phi, okay, which is nothing but 92, 86, and 89. Okay, so now next I'm converting this one into percentage wise. That means I'm bringing this one, the value in between, okay, so 0 and 1 by dividing that one with the 100. Understood? 92 divided by 100. So you are going to have your expected value as 92%. Or you can mention, okay, the actual output, okay, is 0.92000 you can have. Understood? In the same way, in this case also, the actual output is 0.86. In this case, 0.89. Understood? Now let's see, okay, the how much amount of error we are getting. Okay, what the predicted value the artificial neural network is going to give for us. Understood? So what I will do, I'll create one variable here, EO, the expected output. Okay, so expected output, I'm going to subtract this one with the value what I am getting here, which is nothing but in the output. Let's say, imagine that, okay, you are getting the output after performing in the forward propagation. Let us say you are getting around 0.98. Okay, 0.98, and your expected output is how much here in the first case? 0.92. So in that case, what I have to do? Okay, so there is a error of 0.06. Understood? 0.06. That 0.06 error again I have to we have to adjust that error. Understood? Adjust that error. Generally, what we do, we try to perform the backward the propagation. In backward propagation, generally what we do, we try to adjust the error in the hidden layers. Okay, so let's go to the PPT again. Okay, so as far as backward propagation is concerned, what I'm going to do here is, for every nodes in the output layer, since as far as my architecture is concerned, okay, I'm going to have only one output layer, okay, in my architecture. Suppose let us say I'm executing for 0.92, okay, so that means I will be expecting the value in the output layer as 0.92, but unfortunately, let us imagine that I got 0.98, so there is an error there. Understood? So in the next layer, okay, so whatever the output you are getting, I have to calculate the error. Okay, so how much of the error is present? Okay, so when after calculating the error for the all hidden layer, okay, so again I have to push back the value. Understood? Push back means, in the sense, okay, I have to forward that value right from output layer to the input layer. Understood? So from input layer, again that value will be, again I have to pass it to the hidden layer. In the hidden layer, okay, so generally what we do, whatever the error signals we get, or whatever the error values we are getting, okay, we are going to adjust in the hidden layers by adjusting in the weights. Okay, so adjusting the weight here. So let us have, let me, where is my diagram? Okay, so where is my diagram? Let's imagine that. Okay, so you take this diagram. Imagine that this complete diagram I have divided in three the layers: input layer, hidden layer, as well as the output layer. Understood? In output layer, I'm getting the values. Okay, and let us imagine the 0.9 you are getting, 0.06 is the error there. Again, I will pass this one to the input layer. In input layer, okay, so again through the input layer, again I will pass this one to the hidden layer. In the hidden layer, generally what we do, we try to adjust that error, that is 0.06 in this area, W1, W2, W3, as well as W4 here, so that I'll get 0.92% of the accuracy. Okay, hope you are clear with that one. So that to do that one, generally we do backward propagation. Backward propagation, okay. So I'll create one more variable here. Okay, so to create one more variable, I'll say outgrade. Okay, outgrade is equal to, okay, so outgrade is equal to derivatives of segmoid. Let's say derivatives of segmoid. Okay, so derivatives of segmoid, which is already I have already called this function. Okay, so derivatives of segmoid. So you can see here, derivatives of sigmoid is nothing but this value, derivatives of sigmoid. So to derive differential equation, when you are calculating the differential equation value, okay, so derivatives of the sigmoid will be this one, f of x into 1 minus f of x. So that means I've created one method here called derivatives of x here. So same function I'm going to call here, derivatives of sigmoid. So hope this is yeah, sigmoid. Okay, derivatives of sigmoid. Okay, so output value. So that means f of x into 1 minus f of x into 1 minus the x. Okay, I'm going to perform the output. So my actual output is stored here in this now. Understood? Which is the forward part for in the whatever the output I got in the forward pass. Okay, so output. Okay, so output next is, let us have one more variable called now derivatives I have. Now I need two variables here, two values I have to calculate. One is for x, okay, and another is for 1 minus x here. Understood? So now x value is stored where in this one. Imagine that the x value is stored in this one, and the 1 minus x value I'm storing in this one. Okay, the outgrade. Understood? So outgrade. So what I will do, I have to perform x into 1 minus x now. Okay, so to perform 1 minus x, x into 1 minus x, d, okay, underscore, I'll create one more, the variable called d underscore output equals to, okay, so my x value is where, participant, can someone tell me please? Hello? Hello participants? Hello? I'm audible, participants? Participants? Hello? Can someone reply please? Jabir, any doubt? Jabir? Bharat? Bharat? Fatima Zulfa? Fatima Zulfa, any doubt? Mahek? Hello? Hello participants? Participants, can someone at least reply please? I'm audible?
Yes,
Hello?
Sir, yes.
Yeah. Any doubt, participants, so far? Any doubt, participants, so far? Others? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
Others, yes. Any doubt so far? So you are understanding the program. Any doubt in program? Hello? See, if you are not asking the questions, okay, so I'll just try to complete the program. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please ask so that I can clear. Okay, so here what I'm doing, okay, so let us have x value stored in the EO and the 1 minus x value stored here. Okay, so d output, I'm going to create one more variable called the d output. Okay, so EO, which is nothing but my, okay, so which is nothing but my x value into, okay, into now outgrade. Okay, so outgrade. Okay, so outgrade is having 1 minus the x value there. Okay, so next is after that. Okay, let's try to output this. Okay, so to output this one, all right, let's try to process this one. Okay, so to process this one, what I will do. Okay, I want to execute this one in now in the hidden layer. Okay, so executing in the hidden layer is nothing but I'm going to adjust my weights here. Understood? So I'm going to adjust the weight. Okay, so as far as to adjust the weight, what I will do, I'll create one more variable called EH. EH is nothing but the expected output in the hidden layers now. Okay, sorry. Yeah, executed the output. After execution, whatever the output you are getting, okay, so that will be stored in the hidden layer. Okay, EH D of, okay, D of, now where is the value is stored now? My derivative value is stored in the D of output here. D underscore output. Okay, D underscore output. Let's have D underscore output dot. I'll have dot value. Okay, so dot. Now next is W out. So derivative values I'm going to have W out. What is W out? Already I think we have derived W out. Not W out dot P. Understood? So terminal. W out dot T. W out dot T is nothing but the, okay, so the value which is in the hidden layer and the output layer. Okay, remember, value which is in the size of the value which is in the hidden layer to the output layer. Okay, so that nothing but the weight itself here. Okay, so next is, let's have one more. Okay, so now the value is okay. So you started executing. Okay, and the value is in now x1 to hidden layer. Understood? That is the network now. Understood? Where I'm going to process the value. X1 to hidden layer. Again, I have to pass that value to where? From hidden layer to the output layer. Okay, so to pass that value to the hidden layer to the output layer, I'll have one more variable called hidden. Okay, so hidden grade equals to. Okay, so again, I'm going to call that same function called derivative. Okay, derivatives of sigmoid. Derivatives of what is that function? Derivatives of sigmoid. Okay, derivatives of sigmoid. Next is derivatives of sigmoid. Now my the value is in the where derivatives of sigmoid. So again I have to call this. Okay, so I have to call this one h of layer of act. Okay, h of layer of a act. Okay, so that is nothing but the sigmoid. I'm going to have the sigmoid function here. Okay, so sigmoid function for which layer? Okay, so x1 into sigmoid function for x1 into w1. Okay, x1 into w1 the layers here. Understood? So h1 of act. And next is I have to calculate the error. Okay, so to calculate the error. Okay, so to calculate the error, let me comment here. Okay, hold on. Let me comment. How much hidden layer? Let me try to comment here. Okay, so how much hidden layer? How much hidden layer? Weight. Okay, contributed to error. Okay, so let's try to calculate the amount of error. P of hidden layer equals to EH. Okay, so EH will be having the weight now. EH into hidden guards. Hidden grade. So this layer is hidden grade. Fine. Any doubt, participants? Now let's try to drop this one to now hidden layer to the output layer. Okay, so to drop this one to the hidden layer to the output layer of the weight. So what I will do, I'll have plus here W out is the network. Okay, the network between hidden to the output now. Understood? So I have to pass after executing. I have to pass that values now. Okay, so to pass that value, I'm going to have W out of plus equals to, okay, H layer. Where is that H layer of act? Yes, again I have to perform sigmoid notation here. H layer of act dot P. Okay, dot P. Okay, so next is say dot D of output into, okay, so multiply that one with the learning rate. Okay, so I'm going to have now the learning rate like say learning rate, already we have set the learning rate LR. Okay, so LR is 0.1. Let me check. LR is 0.1. That means now when you are executing, okay, from the hidden layer to the output layer. So what I will do, let's say your actual output is 92.92. So what I will do, I'll try to have 0.1. Okay, for that 92, for nothing but the actual output. So I'm going to start executing from 0.1. 0.1. Next, I'll add one more 0.2. Understood? So by using W out plus. Understood? So now I'm going to, in the second pass or second epoch, I'm going to have for 0.2. Similarly, add one more 0.1. So that means in the third epoch you are going to have for okay 0.3. Understood? Similarly, okay, so we have to execute till you get 0.92 here. Understood? So like that. That means if we want to reach 0.92 in artificial neural network, okay, so I have to execute this one till 0.1 into 92 times, right? Participants, hello, hello, yeah. Okay, so that means you keep on adding. Understood? Keep on adding 92. Okay, times here. Next is learning rate is done. Okay, so let's try to have next is in the same way. Okay, we need it for weight also. Okay, so this is for the W odd. In the same way, we need it for WH also, which is nothing but the weight here. So you can see WH. Yeah, so that is the randomly generated value here. That is right from input layer till the hidden layer. WH equals to, say, WH. I'm going to have WH again. I want to perform this 1.4. I want to start the epochs from 0.1. So that means weight, if it is 0.92, obviously that means the number of weights will be there. So I'm going to increment this one plus equal plus, okay, x into, so x dot p dot, okay, dotted one dot. So I'm going to have this one. Now the layers in the hidden layer. So this one. So I have to calculate for this hidden layers. D of hidden layer. D of hidden layer. Okay, hidden layer. Okay, so hidden layer. Next you perform learning rate. So give the learning rate. So as far as the learning rate is concerned, okay, so I'm going to have the learning rate be 0.1. So this is how we are performing backward propagation. Participant, any doubt here, participants? Hello, participants? Hello? Hello, participants? See, this forward propagation and backward propagation is very important. Okay, so in artificial neural network, I'll give you 1 minute. Go through the complete the code. Okay, both the forward propagation and the backward propagation. If you have any doubt, please ask. Participants. Participants. Hello, participants. Hello. Hello, participants. Participants. Participants, any doubt? Participants. Hello. Participants. Hello, participants. Any doubt, participants? Participants, others, where is others? Stephen, any doubt? Stephen, any doubt in forward propagation? Fareen, any doubt in forward propagation? Are you sure? What about in backward propagation?
No, sir.
Yeah, have a look on code. Okay, so I'll give you 1 minute, all of you. I'll give you 1 minute. If you have any doubt, please ask again. See, in the backward propagation, generally what we do, we start processing the data from output layer to the input layer. Okay, so first, whatever the output you are getting, I have to pass that output to my input layer. Okay, so to pass to the output to the data from output layer to the input layer, so I'm using one variable called EO. Okay, so EO, now to pass that, whatever the value you are getting, so I'm using the formula like y minus output. Y is nothing but the actual value there. That there I have mentioned the y value is 92. 92 I have converted into divide by 100. That is 0.92. Understood? 0.92 minus, okay, whatever the output you are getting here. Okay, so now this will decide the range. Okay, so suppose let us say you are getting the value as 0.92. Okay, and sorry, your actual value is 0.92 and you are getting the your expected value is 0.92 and you are getting the actual value is, let's say, 0.98. Now what is the error there? Participants, hello?
0.06.
0.06 is the error. Now what we have to do? 0.06 I have to adjust. How we can adjust? Understood? So as far as network is concerned, I cannot delete that. Okay, 0.06. Understood? Now, so to adjust that 0.06, generally what we do, we try to adjust in the weights. Understood? So to adjust in the weights, generally what we do, we perform back propagation. In back propagation, so all those adjustment we are doing in the layer which comes in between your input to hidden layer and the hidden layer to which layer? Tell me. Sorry, hidden layer to output layer. Suppose let us imagine that, yeah, 0.06 you have. So what I do, I'll try to adjust that 0.03 in the input to hidden layers. In the same way, 0.03 I'll try to adjust in between the hidden layer to the output layer here. Same thing I'm doing here. Okay, to perform that one, what I have done, okay, I've taken one variable, I'm calling the derivative sigmoid. Derivative sigmoid is nothing but the differential equation of your sigmoid function, understood, which is nothing but f of x into 1 minus x, understood. So same thing I have taken. So the whatever the output you are getting here, okay, so I have taken the differential equation of that. Differential equation to calculate the amount of error which is present here, understood. So d out. So next I'm using that formula, okay, x into f of x into f of 1 minus f of x here. Understood. Now this is the area between your input layer to hidden layer. Understood. So this is the area between the input layer to the hidden layer. So same thing I'm performing. I'm going to whatever the after processing, whatever the output you are getting, I'm going to store that one in the EH here. Understood. Now next is again I'm hidden layer. So this is the journey. Remember the hidden layer where the actual processing takes place here. Okay. Again I'm performing. This is for what? Hidden layer to the output layer. Understood. So I'm performing the same thing here and I'm going to increment here. Okay, so while performing this, okay, so operation here, right from input layer to the hidden layer, hidden layer to the output layer, I'm going to iterate this. Okay, so I'm going to have the iteration and I'm going to set the learning rate. Okay, so learning rate is here 0.1 I have given. Understood? Good. As far as artificial neural network is concerned, when you are giving 0.1, okay, so you are going to execute the program for few epochs. So since I have mentioned that 7,000, understood, and the range is very wider here, 0.1. Just imagine if I want to reach 1, so I'm going to execute only for 9 times, 9 or 10 times. That's it, understood. But in the artificial neural network, okay, so when the epochs are less, when you are executing the data for a less time, so we cannot predict, okay, we will not get the higher accurate the value here, understood. So that problem is there, but that problem we can be solved in the CNN network. Okay, so using convolution neural network, there is an the activation function called the ReLU, understood. In ReLU, what we can do, instead of setting the learning rate as 0.1, I can set the learning rate as 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, or else I can have 0.001, 0.002, etc. etc. Okay, so let me run this. Okay, so we have done forward propagation as well as the backward propagation. Oh, okay, this program will execute now, both forward propagation and backward propagation. There is some mistake here. What is that mistake? Can someone rectify, please? Participants, there is some error. There is some error here. What is that error? Participants, W out, no, W out equals to, this should be space here. There should be space here also, there should be a space here. Okay, so shift and enter. So again, okay, so there is some error. Participant, can you find out? Okay, I think it's typo mistake. Let me check again. Participants, hello? Hello, participants?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, typo mistake, no? Let me WH plus. Okay, WH plus NP WH x of t dot. So shift and enter. Hold on, my fingers are crossed. Okay, so let's see whether my network will, yeah, it got executed. Forward pass is also executing, I know. Backward pass is also executed. Let's try to write the output. Now I want the output of I want to display my actual output. So after displaying actual output, I want to display the predicted output. Okay, what the executed by my neural network. This one, forward pass and the backward pass. Okay, so to display, first what I will do, let's try to print my input. Okay, so let's try to print. I'll use print function. Print equals to, let's have one script, let's say input. Okay, so I'll have a script called input just to display, okay, on the my main screen, equals to, let us have next line, slash n. Now my actual output is where? In the x variable. Okay, so what I will do, x if you are, okay, so since it is in the numerical value, remember np, I have used np variable here. Np means it will be in the numerical value. So I have to, whenever you are displaying the value in the output screen, it should be in the string format. Okay, so first let's try to convert whatever the numerical value is there in the string format. So plus str, there's a function called str. Okay, so next just type that x value. Okay, so x value, let me try to run this, shift and enter. Yes, can you see this? Hello, hello participants.
Yes.
Okay, have a look on this. Okay, so as far as variable is concerned, okay, so as far as variable is concerned, my actual output for x value is, say, have a look on this. I have given this value 2,9. Understood? So it has predict. Okay, so actual value for 2 is 0.66667. Okay, and for my value for 9 is 1 here. Understood? Okay, so value for 9 is 1. Okay, so my artificial neural network has, okay, so it has calculated it using the segment function. 1,5. Okay, 1,5 0.333. Okay, 0.333. Okay, and for the other number numerical value, what is that? 5. It is a 0.5556. So that means if you add this, I have some problem here. Remember in the first network, if you add this 0.333 plus 0.555, so you are going to get the value how much, participants? Hello? Hello?
0.88.
No? How come 0.88? It's almost 1, no? Yeah, 0.9 you will get, right? Hello, participants.
Yes.
Participants, yeah, 0.9 in the range of 0.95 will come. Understood? That means there is some the small amount of error even in this the matrix also. Here also I have some it is going out of the my segment notation 1.000, and in other value I am getting 0.667 here. Okay, so I have to predict now. Understood? These values are not okay, so accurate. So I have to predict. Let's see how my network, artificial neural network, will predict the values. But before that one, I think it's better to display my y value also, which is nothing but my actual output. Okay, let's try to display. That is 0.92. It is mentioned. Okay, my output should be 0.92, 0.86, and 0.89. Let's see whether my program dispatch that output or not. Same thing, I'll have print of actual output. I'll have the script like actual output. Okay, output equals to, let's have in the next line. I'll have in the next line slash n. Okay, and where is my output is? Okay, let's try to convert this one into string plus str of, now my values is where, okay, I have stored the values in y. Okay, so this value I want to dispatch now. Okay, so to dispatch that, what I will do, I'll just try to write y here. So next, shift and enter it. Shift and enter, yes. It's showing the actual output is how much. Can you see the participants?
Yes.
Have a look on this. Have a look. Okay, so 0.92, 0.86, 0.89. Yes, actual output is this one. Now let's try to predict. Okay, so as far as the program is concerned, the segment is giving this question. Let's try to predict now what my network is saying. What my network is predicting, how much the value will be. Okay, if you compare this input as well as the actual output. Okay, so I want to predict now. But to predict, already I have predicted, and my variable value is where I have stored the value in this. Okay, so my value is in this now. Segment of output in. Okay, output value. Understood? So let's try to dispatch that value. Okay, let's see. Okay, how my neural network will predict the value. Okay, so let's have print again. I'll have print. Okay, so print predicted output. Let's say predicted output. I'll try to display in next line /n. Okay, so next, okay, output. Okay, since it is in the numerical output. Okay, shift and enter. Have a look on this. Hello, hello participants. Hello participants. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
But it's showing 1.00, 1.0013, 1.005972, 1.0094. You only tell me the accurate value.
No.
It's not accurate value. Okay, that means it is executing. My program is executing. Understood? It is predicting also. But in this prediction, there is an error. Hope you are understanding. Participants.
Yes, sir.
Understood now? There is an error. Okay, so that means I think 7,000 epochs are not enough here. Okay, for my forward pass and the backward pass. Let's try to have. I'll try to increase the epochs now. Let's see whether it will give me the accurate value. Understood? It is remember it is a predicted value. Understood? That means my ANN is working fine. Okay, so there is no problem. Okay, let's try to increase this epochs and let's see. Instead of 7,000, let's have 10,000 epochs. Okay, let me run this. Shift and enter. Next, in the same way, try to shift and enter this. Okay, it is executed, right? Yeah, it got executed. Again, I'll try to execute my function also, forward pass and backward pass. Now, next is let me try to, these things remain same. Okay, there will be no difference. Let me try again for the input here. Okay, so just for the confirmation, yes, there is no problem here also. Yeah, same thing. Let me try it. Let me try it. Okay. Stop. Have a look. Okay, participants. Hello. Hello, participants.
Yes, sir.
Have a look. One is one. It's showing accurately 1.000. Understood. So till then, okay. So I don't have any problem. But the problem is this one, 12791. Similarly, 27524. Okay, in the 16772. This is the problem here. So that means again we have to filter this network. Understood? Again we have to filter.